A very good morning to all my dear students. Let me congratulate on your promotion to class 11th, and this is first video that I am going to release today for your concepts regarding subjects economics. In class 11th, economics will have two parts. First one is statistics for economics, and second one is microeconomics. The total marks of class economics theory will be 80 and 20 will be project and viva. So total theoretical marks for economics is 80 plus 20 as a practical. Both parts are of 40 marks each. So let's start first with concepts of statistics for economics. So let us introduce introduction of statistics. But before going to discuss what are the things that we will learn in this presentation, let me tell you that the science of economics is not very old. In fact, its origin can be traced to 1776 when Adam Smith's book An Inquiry into the Nature and the Cause of Wealth of Nations was published. With the increase in area of human activity. Now, here the term human activity we have already covered in class 9th and also in class 10th. On the basis of human activity, we have classified economics also in class 10th and also in class 9th. So that we will discuss later in this class. So with the increase in area of human activity, the scope of economics has considerably increased over the years. So as a subject, economics has become an inseparable part of our day-to-day knowledge. Whatever theories we'll be learning under economics in class 11th and 12th, although these are the basics, but it will help us to understand various acts of government, various policies, various challenges and various concepts that we must know to understand economy as a whole. Whatever subject a person will select hardly matters. What really matters is the concept. And if you are clear with the concept, then it becomes very easy to deal with the day-to-day life's problems, day-to-day life's information, dealing with a different type of information. You must have gone through that the steps RBI has taken in recent times due to this pandemics. There is an increase in the concept of, or there is increasing demand, and there is a slogan released by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi about Atmanirbhar Bharat. What do you mean by that? What are the different components that will comprise this Atmanirbhar Bharat? What are the different strategies, what are the different plannings that government will adopt? That is the part of Atmanirbhar Bharat. You must have seen that RBI has reduced bank rate, RBI has reduced the RBI has increased the rate, RBI has reduced various rates like bank rate, CRR, SLR. All these terms we will go through when we will learn the economics subject in our 11th and 12th. So let us first define, or let us first know what are the different terms that we'll be learning first before going to discuss it in details. The basic terms that we usually come across every day and we are not able to define it. So we will start first with basic terms. Definition of economics, ordinary business of life, what is the economic problem, why economic problem arises, economy and its components, factors of productions, meaning of statistics, scope of statistics, importance of statistics in economics, and statistics methods are no substitute for common sense. So all these terms will be dealing with, all these concepts will be dealing with during different videos that I'll be releasing for unit 1 for statistics of economics for class 11th. Now let us go through the various basic terms that we usually come across but we are not aware of, we are not able to define it. What are these different terms are? The first term is consumer, whom we call a consumer. A consumer is a person who purchases goods and services for personal use. Why do we use goods and services? Goods and services are used for our satisfaction. So person who purchases goods and services for personal use are called consumer. Second one is producer. Who is the producer? A producer who produces goods. Example, manufacturer. There are many manufacturers in our country, Godrej, Patanjali, ITC, etc. All these are manufacturing different type of goods and services. Tata, Reliance, all these are the manufacturer. They are producing what? Goods and services. Seller. Who is the seller? A person who sells goods and services to make a profit. Example, shopkeepers. Service provider. Saving. A part of income which is not consumed. Saving is what? A part of income which is not consumed, which we have keep it safe. So that is what? Income. And investment. And investment is the purchase of goods that are not consumed today but are used in future to create wealth. Means we are not going to consume it within a very short span of time, or within we are not going to consume it today, but we may have a planning to consume it or use it in our future, and which create wealth. Like if someone purchases land today and he sell or he use it after 5 years, the value changes. The value changes over a period of time. So an investment is the purchase of goods that are not consumed today but are used in the future to create wealth. Service holder. A person who is in job to earn wages or salary. Service holder, a person who is in job to earn wages or salary. A service provider. Who is a service provider then? A person who provides services for a payment. So a person who provides services for a payment is called service provider. And last concept, that is economic activity. Any activity undertaken for monetary gain. Means there are two types of economic activities that we take into consideration. First is economic activity and another is non-economic activities. An economic activity is an activity which is undertaken for a monetary gain. Means people are working, people are doing it for the earning of money. Okay, so let us define economics. There are various kind of concept, various kind of schools, various kinds of thoughts given by different persons over different period of time, but one of the most important, the first concept that was given for economics was from Adam Smith. Adam Smith is also called a father of economics. So, according to Adam Smith, economics is a science of wealth, means anything dealing with wealth. Then what is wealth now? Economics is a science of wealth as defined by Adam Smith. In the ordinary language, wealth means money, and in economics, wealth refers to those goods which satisfy human want. It is called wealth definition. So Adam Smith has given this concept of economics first time, so he is considered as the father of economics. Second definition, which is also called as welfare definition, was given by Alfred Marshall. Let us say the very important quote that he has quoted: capital is that part of wealth which is devoted to obtain further wealth. Means he is talking about investment, he is talking about money, he is talking about generating money by investing money. So according to him, Alfred Marshall, a great propounder of modern economics, defined economics as the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. In our day-to-day life, what are the different type of activities that a person performs is the part of economics. It is the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. So it was the concept given by Alfred Marshall. Let us deal with another concept, another definitions given by economist. Another definition given by Robbins. According to Robbins, economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means, which have alternative uses. Means it is study of a human behavior as a relationship between end and scarce means, which have alternative uses. Means it is the study of a human behavior, how they are using the scarce resources for better utilization of it and having different uses of it. It is another concept, and the name given to this concept is scarcity definition. So all these were considered as very important definitions for understanding subject economics. But in general, when we define economics, economics is the study of how people and society choose to employ scarce resources that could have alternative uses in order to produce various commodities that satisfy their wants and to distribute them for consumption among various persons and groups in society. As it is clear from the definition that economics is the study of how people and society choose to employ scarce resources. Scarce means limited resources that could have alternative uses. A resource can have different type of uses. A land can be used for productions of any kind of goods. Land land can be used for providing different type of services like hospitals, schools. Land can be used for producing crops. Land can be used for producing minerals. Land can be used for producing oil, etc. So a resource has different alternative uses. In order to produce various commodities that satisfy their wants and to distribute them for consumption among various persons and groups of society. When resources are being produced, let us see this circle: producers and consumers. Producers are what they are demanding, means factor, market and product market. Basically, when we discuss with factors means there are different type of factors which contribute for the productions. So consumers help in flow of productive resources, and producers help in supply of goods and services for them. Producers creates supply for the product, and consumers creates demand for these products. Consumers supply factors services to the market, and producers demand the services in the market. What is ordinary business of life? Economics is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life, our day-to-day life. What are the different type of activities, economic activities, non-economic activities that we perform, that are the part of our life, and that is what economics studies, all these human behavior. Individual and social life actions which are closely connected with the use of material requirements. Individuals and social life actions means one producer is there who produces a particular product, and consumers being the part of the society. The household sector, household means persons who are consuming these products are the consumers of these products. So individual and social life actions which are closely connected with the use of material requirement. Any activity undertaken for monetary purpose is termed by economists as ordinary business of life. So that was all about the first class. Thank you and have a nice day.